FLYINGDIARRHEA has been playing. I mean, fairly new, like very new for how good he is.
Yeah, definitely. Like a lot of these top players, you see them in all the tournaments. You see them like for all the time, and even if you go back like 5-6 years, you're gonna be able to find their matches somewhere.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, he had a really recent.
WESTL wasn't playing back then.
Yeah.
He started in like 2022 or something, which is ridiculous.
Hearing that someone has been playing, like hearing that Tetrio is their first Tetris game is no.
And someone who's like actually good at the game as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like this level of improvement is crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
But
FLYINGDIARRHEA gets out of good spike, but just not enough to kill WESTL, who also had some nice thing ready. And yeah, very nice all-spin from WESTL to get the board into a good position, and it's just happens to find a spike at a time where FLYINGDIARRHEA did not have anything to cancel.
Yeah, that was just I think it wasn't even like a huge spike, it was just a constant pressure.
No, it wasn't. It was just
tiny like 13...
constant pressure, and sent the last bit of pressure at the correct time, and it was just a bit too much to handle.
Oh, nice.
Now,
nice
fast WESTL, 300 APM.
Oh, yeah, we have 5 PPS now happening. Let's go.
5 PPS, 1 APP. And Flying is able to handle it completely fine, though. Because, if it's just clean and not a massive spike all at once, it's actually somewhat survivable, kinda.
You still need to do a lot of things to survive.
Oh yeah, it's not easy. And you know, WESTL kept up the speed for the rest of that set, though we weren't really highlighting it, but you know, 4.8 is not that much slower.
Yeah, definitely the fastest in the tournament so far.
I mean, WESTL is generally the fastest versus player overall.
Oh, nice spike from the FLYINGDIARRHEA, a lot of pressure. And WESTL was just not ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, 37 spike. We said you need 2 boards, and that's pretty much exactly 2 boards. So WESTL just did not have enough resources to handle. And of course, the risk of just playing fast and sending a lot of clean is that it makes you somewhat susceptible to massive counter spikes. And well, even 5 PPS isn't enough to block like 40 lines if you don't have anything ready to cancel.
WESTL building the surge now.
But yeah, WESTL recently has been getting a lot better at all spins, and
yep. I was about to say they had a few misdrops, but they were all able to solve it with the spins.
Yeah.
At least for a little bit, yeah. But now back to basically neutral state.
Basically neutral. This round, Flying is in a more defensive and more careful playstyle, it looks like. Playing at 3.3 PPS only. Which seems to be enough to survive and even build some back-to-back occasionally.
I mean, WESTL is not going crazy on the speed
not
either.
Going insane either. Guess just not really still an opportunity. Yeah, I mean,
it's still 1 entire PPS faster than its opponent, but
yeah. But I mean, if we constantly keep saying how fast WESTL is, we're just not going to be able to say anything else. So you know.
Yeah. Oh, nice spike from
Flying sped up at the right time, I think, and just was able to take down WESTL again, tying the score up at 2-2.
Well-timed attack there. Oh, I think that was a misdrop from FLYINGDIARRHEA.
Is able to handle it just fine and is able to transition into a very nice 6-3. Or, well, 3-6, which is now 6-3, I guess. WESTL, big spike, but Flying has something ready to cancel with. Yeah, WESTL embracing the Strider inside. But Flying is able to handle it, and WESTL's board wasn't, despite the clean ball, wasn't really able to send much of anything there, and Flying is just able to get out. Very nice C-spin triple there to build up some big surge.
Yep.
Oh, WESTL with a bit of a bad
no, the
misdrop.
misdrops from WESTL.
And there's
there
no
was
out.
No downstack there.
Yeah.
FLYINGDIARRHEA is gonna take another round. And puts them in the lead. 2-3 now. Alright, C-spin from FLYINGDIARRHEA.
I mean, you know, we were saying how promo like 6-3 opens a lot, and you know, WESTL prefers 5-4, but it's like pretty much the same thing. And yeah, you know, WESTL got to do his thing, and yeah,
takes another round.
Like with everyone else, when they get to do their thing, you die.
Yeah.
I mean,
the entire tournament is just don't let your opponent do their thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's not quite true. These players are definitely good enough to survive them, but
yeah,
you know,
if both of them do their own thing, then it can cancel out.
But if only one of them is there, then I mean,
FLYINGDIARRHEA has a lot of clean on their board, and the search is building up.
Yeah, and yeah,
that's a spike, and yeah, that's
wow, 4.2 PPS, but 300 APM. That is just insane.
300 APM.
Yeah, for this long as well. Like, that wasn't just opener gaming. That was just, like, pure efficiency. Oh, both of them waiting to tank here. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, FLYINGDIARRHEA
thinks tanking is boring and decides to send.
Yes. That's a
He's
lot
pretty
of clean
high up,
on
but
FLYINGDIARRHEA's board. And yeah, that's a huge spike.
WESTL finds a combo, but it's just not enough to handle 20 lines of garbage. But yeah, it's more like if one player gets to do their thing, like these players are good enough to not die immediately, but you better do something about it quick or you will die eventually. That's like more the dynamic that's happening here. Oh, WESTL, you know,
FLYINGDIARRHEA breaking the surge first.
WESTL building, it's at 14 breaks.
14 break, but FLYINGDIARRHEA survives normally.
Can't really send much together with the spike, and so FLYINGDIARRHEA doesn't really need to do that much to cancel. But you know, the surge is gone and has been replaced with a new one.
Oh, FLYINGDIARRHEA finds a great spot to attack.
With excellent timing. And WESTL had the surge ready, but just didn't expect that much garbage and didn't break in time to cancel with. So FLYINGDIARRHEA takes the round, and now we see WESTL go for go for a secret weapon, as it were.
FLYINGDIARRHEA with a nice spike there. Once again, just
counter spike.
Got WESTL off guard in the moment.
Yeah. I mean, that's the issue when you play fast. It's a lot more difficult to make the strategically correct decisions here, and FLYINGDIARRHEA is doing a great job.
Well, now WESTL.
Not this one.
WESTL just 5.7 PPS LST.
I mean, you don't need 5.7 PPS LST to punish that stack. That was just.
Oh yeah,
that was not very pretty.
FLYINGDIARRHEA sport. Okay.
It wasn't great. You're.
All right. Ooh, another misdrops from FLYINGDIARRHEA. Yeah, and WESTL is slowly crawling back up. 2 rounds in a row, just
very quickly with just FLYINGDIARRHEA misdropping. Perhaps
that's
feeling. Oh, WESTL DTC
nice
spin
upgrade.
with the Tetris in there, and
that's a nice upgrade for.
Puts WESTL in a great spot. FLYINGDIARRHEA has a bad stack for canceling and just can't really turn it clean in time. And WESTL,
I don't think I've ever seen the DT cannon after.
Yeah, DTC spin, and then it just gets the Tetris for free, because why not?
That was huge.
Yeah, and FLYINGDIARRHEA did live the original spike, but just had to put their board into a state that was awkward enough that they couldn't get out of it in time, and then succumb to the pressure from WESTL after.
Break the surge, WESTL breaking second, both of them basically used it defensively.
Yeah, breaking to cancel, and FLYINGDIARRHEA already has another surge back, but
it's gone.
Can't really convert it into much. So now WESTL again, 5
the
PPS.
misdrops from WESTL now.
Yeah, I mean,
and
that's how it goes. 5 PPS. WESTL has priority the entire time, misdrops once, and dies. And once again, WESTL misdropping the opener.
Missed the misdrops in the opener.
FLYINGDIARRHEA
had the color clear there, but didn't go for it.
Yeah, I mean, color clear by itself doesn't send much. FLYINGDIARRHEA has a nice surge though, and WESTL missed drops just as FLYINGDIARRHEA was, you know, looking over, and that's not a great combo. And we once again have the 6-9 score. And last time, I'm pretty sure Promo managed to make a comeback from this exact score, so let's see if the trend continues. WESTL with a missed drop that is very easily fixed with some all-spin shenanigans. This one not so much. I don't think WESTL has received...
LSD.
I don't think WESTL has tanked a single line of garbage this round.
Oh no, the LSD for WESTL.
And,
I mean... just still going!
This is how this guy got the hyperspeed world record for a while, you know? Like,
yeah,
this is just what he does. 300 APM, and it's just all by himself. He doesn't even need to receive garbage for it. He just does it.
Still going.
Yeah. And like, FLYINGDIARRHEA forced to play at 4 PPS to handle this, but he's handling it surprisingly.
How is FLYINGDIARRHEA still alive?
Yeah, I mean. The answer is that WESTL just wasn't tanking anything, so FLYINGDIARRHEA, like, pretty much any line flying send was cancelled by WESTL, so, you know, it's a lot less efficient than it might have looked. That TST tower from WESTL, though, was a pretty big one, and it did put FLYINGDIARRHEA very high up on their board, but just not high enough to actually take the round. Oh, 41 spike from WESTL, though. We'll seal it. And yeah, 5 PPS for the entire round, close to 1 APP. But, you know, again, a lot of it was without actually tanking any garbage, though, so it's just a little bit less oppressive than it looks. Though, I mean, of course,
still crazy impressive.
Yeah, it's of course, I don't want to, like, it's still absolutely insane, and FLYINGDIARRHEA did a great job surviving for as long as they did, but, yeah, it's
once again WESTL.
This is what WESTL is known for.
This time it isn't an LSD, but still they're 5-4 stacking. With not much tanking, all of it cancelling.
Yeah.
So yeah, FLYINGDIARRHEA can play the game as well.
Yeah, and now WESTL is cheesed up a lot, but of course fast players have the privilege of just getting out of whatever the hell they want in like 2 seconds. And this time was no exception.
Yeah.
So awkward board.
FLYINGDIARRHEA is in the LSD stack now.
Yeah, and WESTL had an
not for
awkward
long.
missed drop.
Yeah, that's gonna be another round for FLYINGDIARRHEA.
Because WESTL's stack was just in a bad spot here. Yeah, FLYINGDIARRHEA just being very mindful that despite the fact that with how much pressure WESTL is sending, just taking that little bit of time to look over to WESTL's board and seeing that WESTL just messed up and, you know, taking the time to punish WESTL for it. And, you know, it obviously working out as we just saw here. WESTL again in a bad spot, barely living.
FLYINGDIARRHEA just went from nothing on the board to being all the way at the top.
Yeah, and WESTL did the exact opposite. At the very top, like 1 line off of death, and suddenly it's all gone. I mean, that's just classic Tetrio here.
Yep.
That's what we all know and love from our top players here. Oh, big spike from Flying. WESTL, again, the stack is kind of awkward to not get spiked all the way to the top. But he manages to get it back together. Misdrops that T-piece though, so has to break Surge, but not many more consequences, so it's fine. Setting up nice fractals here.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, a nice combo spike, and now FLYINGDIARRHEA is at the top with a lot of cheese to work through. So if WESTL can now get into a clean board state, could have punished, but FLYINGDIARRHEA...
By the time WESTL finds attack, FLYINGDIARRHEA gets through all the cheese.
Yeah.
Once again, the privilege of being fast.
Yeah, for sure. And now we're just at a kind of neutral spot. FLYINGDIARRHEA waiting to cancel, interestingly, instead of waiting to tank.
Surge is slowly building up.
I mean, that looks like it's perhaps made with the intention of building Surge, but their stack is very cheesy, and WESTL is just keeping up the pressure. Finding some very nice cancels, and a TST here, who converts it into a very nice all-spin to just barely get out. Wow.
Wow,
what a survival.
That was so close.
just on the ropes the entire time, managing to get out by the skin of their teeth, like
and
4
finally,
times.
WESTL is able to get
but
it
then
through.
the missed job, just at a very unfortunate time, had the eyepiece just a bit too late.
WESTL had basically the advantage the entire round.
Yeah,
there was
but
nothing.
Flying was just
but Flying was just able to keep
hang on
alive
for very, very long with some very creative ball spins, but not this time. WESTL's pressure was just a little bit too much here, and caught FLYINGDIARRHEA at a very bad time when they just didn't have any cancels ready. Well, the only cancel they had forced them to break their T-spin setups, and then WESTL was just able to put some more pressure on them, and a bit too much. Now WESTL, if 5 PPS wasn't enough, WESTL tried 6 PPS for a second there, but that one's a little bit
Still
too
not
much
enough.
to keep up forever for WESTL. So now he's back down to 5. So you know, just peanuts really.
He's chilling now.
Yeah, it's
FLYINGDIARRHEA
clean
trying
though.
to keep up
15
at
surge.
least.
Flying.
There's the
able
surge
to
break.
do something.
FLYINGDIARRHEA still
maybe.
alive for a little bit.
The out was like
And
there,
Deuce.
but just a bit too much, and WESTL managing to claw back into Deuce. So yeah, now both players will, either player will need a 2-point advantage to win this set. And so yeah, right now they need to get to 12, but it's 11-11.
Nice clean stack.
That looks pretty nice. Oh, now
Okay,
not
never
so
mind.
much with that Z-piece. Looks okay though. 7 combo to fix it up pretty nicely. Of course, the cheese never arrives at WESTL's board because WESTL is doing what WESTL do best.
Yep,
And
that's a huge spike and
counter spike. FLYINGDIARRHEA happened to have a bad stack at the same time, and WESTL has the advantage now.
That seems like a bit of a mister from WESTL. I think they wanted to go for PCO. But
Yeah, WESTL doesn't really has a somewhat awkward stack, and their PPS had a 3 in front for a little bit, so you know, it's blasphemy almost. FLYINGDIARRHEA 15 surge, forced to use it defensively though. WESTL now back in familiar territory, that being fast.
And in 5-4. Oh, nice spike there.
Big spike.
FLYINGDIARRHEA surviving. Finding the nice down stack there.
Yeah, just had the right resources to cancel there. And now FLYINGDIARRHEA the one in priority, sending pressure and building that surge.
Yeah, another surge building up for
WESTL
FLYINGDIARRHEA.
spiking, trying to get Flying to break, but Flying manages to tank before breaking. Sending WESTL up there, but it's just not enough, and now WESTL has the advantage again. Is in 7-2. Perhaps looking for some LST. Or just, you know, anything really.
6.
Not too picky.
Just looking for the up
16
stack.
surge, but breaks
find
it
the
without
attack.
any support, and that doesn't really do much to Flying here. Oh, but Flying stack a little bit awkward here.
Oh,
that
eyepiece
eyepiece misdrop, very unfortunate timing.
And
Finding some skims, but that
misdrops.
T-piece
That's
just
gonna be
gets
it.
stuck. And that is it.
Yeah,
WESTL takes it in a very close set.
was
Very well
really
played from both
close.
players. The PPS gap very high, very high.